It's a small can. I need 2 of them. Hello everybody, welcome to Fishy Business on a Friday night. Hope you're all well, hope you can see me, hope you can hear me. Let me check all me flashing lights and make sure they're all doing what they should be doing. Looks like it is. Yes, we're here. It's Friday night. I can't hear the pour. Oh well, no wonder. I hope you're well. It's Friday night, 9 PM. Time to have a little bit of a cool down, chill out. We have for your delectation tonight the final week of quizzing for April. So those of you who are in contention, this could get quite exciting for your rubbish prize. And I will be taking none of the nonsense we had last week of everybody moaning about the quiz. The quiz is equally easy and equally hard for everyone, and equally rubbish and equally fast and equally slow and equally everything. So wished. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Who have we got in tonight? We have the Zen Ginger. Hello, how you doing? Sorry, I should possibly preempt this with, have you all got your snacks and refreshments ready? I am kicking off the night with something that's quite low alcohol, because I'll get onto that in a minute. So we're starting with this Vocation Brewery Hop, Skip and Juice Hazy Pale Ale. These are beers that I've just had for a while. I haven't had a chance to go to the shop, so I'm drinking whatever we've got in the fridge, because later I'm going to be drinking this Shadow Puppet Raspberry and Chocolate Imperial Stout. If you can see that, barrel-aged Raspberry and Chocolate Imperial Stout, which was a very kind gift from Fish Vet. So hopefully you'll have seen the video where I went and nicked all his fish. He also gave me one of these. I also stole one of these, which is like, look, it's got a number on it. This is number 4 of 600, so this is very special. Now, I'm hopefully not going to really disappoint him by not liking it, so I will pretend to like, honest. But he said, take it out of the fridge a little while before you're ready to drink it, and let it not get warm, but not get super cold, and then you'll get all the flavours. So I'm going to give it the best possible chance, because traditionally I don't really like Imperial Stouts, or I haven't liked the ones I've tried. I'm keeping an open mind. So we'll have that one next. It's also like 300 million % alcohol. What was it? 13% alcohol or something? 11.4. So yeah. Tonight could be one of those streams. Anyway, we've got Mandy, we've got Stuart, nice to see you. Lisa's in as well. I'm here, and there is Fish Vet. If you haven't, I would implore you all to go and watch the last video where you get to see Fish Vet in the flesh. Not that he's naked or anything, I just mean you get to see him. Because I got to meet him this week, because I did an actual aquarium adventure where I ventured outside of my house and went to see somebody and do things. So I'd be very happy and very pleased if you would all go and watch that video and see all the lovely new fish that I've got, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Stuart Laker, nice to see you from a dry and sunny Wolverhampton. It's been quite a nice day here today. Brian's in, nice to see you, Brian. There is Fish Vet again. Special beer, that was the special beer, yes. Rebecca's in, nice to see you, Rebecca. Branton's here too. Got an advert. Oh, you still getting adverts? I'm sure I turned off adverts. I try and keep adverts off the live stream because I make like 3 pence from adverts. Yeah, they should be manual, and I don't put them in. So I don't know what's going on. Sorry. Tommy's in. Nice to see you, Tommy. Hans from Sweden. Hi, Hans. Mr. G's here. David Johnson. Hi there. Hope you and your family, plus your fish, are well. Here the fish police are looking for you. a different type of fish police. It's not the fish police going, your tank's too small. It's the fish police going, you've stolen some fish. For those of you who haven't watched, basically, Liam, fish vet, is having to move house, so he is downsizing, and very kindly offered some of his fish for me to rehome for him. And it just so happened they were exactly the fish that I wanted for Megatank. As you will know, long-term viewers will know, I've been on about bass or bass for a long time, saying that's kind of the idea behind setting that tank up, was to keep them. So to get some ready-made monsters straight in there was absolutely fantastic. So I thought it'd be hilarious if I was cringing all the way through making those robbery bits, but I thought it would be hilarious if I pretended like I was stealing his fish. You know, a bit of fun, a bit of lightheartedness. Thankfully, most people took it in the way it was meant, so it was a bit fun. But yeah, it was great, and I'm eternally grateful. Thank you very much, Liam, again, if I haven't said it enough. I've literally spent the last few days just sat in front of Megatank going, it is fantastic. Hodger wished. Yes, that's to everyone who moans about the quiz. I will not be taking any heed of any quiz moaning tonight. Jennifer, nice to see you, Jennifer. Wally's Freshwater Aquatics. Hello yourself. It's a special beer. Well, it's got a lot to live up to now. I've given it a big old talking up on. But once I've finished this one, we'll go on to the next one, and I will. Well, okay, I'll see if I can neck this one, and we'll do it before the quiz, because otherwise it'll just get in the way. Adam says, huge thank you for the tat. Oh, Adam, the quiz winner, Adam. Right, I thought you meant I've given you a tattoo. For a split second there, I had an image of someone getting a tattoo of me, and I was like, oh no, that's not a good thing. Love the new Mega Tank. Looked like the silver dollar's got a ton of colour. Did you move the red shoulder into Mega Tank 2? I didn't, but I have been thinking about that. Since I put the big fish in, he really is just paled into insignificance. He seems fine with it, so I was a bit worried that he would just go away. But the thing about... So, take a deep breath, Graham. Explain yourself. Megatank, until very recently, has just really had silver dollars in it. It had Brian in it before. It had an Oscar in it and a Severum in it. And it was just a bit meh. Even the silver dollars weren't very active. They were just kind of... There would be some flurries of activity every now and again, and that would be it. But since I put the big fish in, all the fish are out interacting with each other. There's no aggression. There's no chasing. There's no sniping and biting or anything like that. They're just all out, chilling about, milling about, interacting with each other. The Oscars seems to have taken a shine to the biggest bass, the mono, and they'll quite often just be swimming around together. It's even the silver dollars they're not like skittish or anything, but they're out and they're constantly out and about, which is what silver dollars should be doing. So it's just perfect. Everything is working. It is a fishy paradise. But I was thinking about moving the Severum out and putting them in with the Discus and the big tank, because I've also got the Feste that's I nicked. That's probably going to go in there as well. But I'm just letting everything settle for a bit and see how they get on. Stevie P, hello Lee from a sunny Bolton, nice to see you. I do leave the house every now and again. Yes, I know, it had to happen eventually. This was one of my resolutions last year, was to get out and about, visit more shops, visit more people with interesting stories, interesting fish tanks, interesting things, and I've done none of it. I've decided I don't really want to do shops. There's so many shop tours that go on. I don't think I'd be adding anything new. There's a few good shops around here which I'd like to cover, just to give them more... more coverage, audience, more of a spotlight, and I guess, not to be big-headed, but a larger, slightly more subscribers might give them slightly more coverage, so I feel bad if I don't do that, but there is plenty of really good videos doing that already. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. And then visiting other people. You know, what was the guy that stopped? He was he had a big tank himself, but he was always visiting people and doing fish room reviews and stuff. So there's a few people doing it at the moment. Mickey's Aquarium? No. You know the guy. It's on the tip of my tongue. He stopped because I think he got ill, and then came back briefly. I'd like to do that, but I also don't like leaving my house, and I'm generally fine with not meeting any new people ever again, which is a horrible way to say it. But yeah, I did it this week. It was perfectly fine. It was, yeah, I enjoyed it. So maybe I should do more of that. That's what I'm thinking. From a purely analytical point of view, the video of me going and nicking the fish, it's performing fine. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's kind of average, just below average, I would say. So there's no burning desire to, right, must make more. If I was driven by analytics, every video would be a Temu video because they're the ones that fly. But I think there was some interest there. I think that was an interesting fish room. It was an interesting conversation to hear how somebody approaches their hobby, which might be similar to someone else or different to someone else. You get to see a perspective of what it's like for something other than this idiot just sitting going, oh, I've built another big fish tank, so you get to see a little bit more, and I think there is interest in that. So whether or not it does well analytically from a views and stats point of view, that might not be the be-all and end-all for it anyway. Anyway. Right, Mandy has her coffee. That's good. I think I wanted to show you this. If you do want to get in early for the quiz, feel free. There is the scanny thing, as Lisa likes to call it. But if you are interested in the quiz, that's the current standings. So we've got Juggler in first place, Error 404, second place Zenny, Coopstank House, John, Brian, SGH, Texas Tom, JDT, and Smelly Emmy make up your top 10. So in theory, any of these people have got a chance to win if Juggler doesn't turn up and or loses all his points. So we'll see how we go. Streamlabs is in. Hello, Streamlabs. Support the channel with membership, super chats, tips direct to the creator. Yeah, do all that. You don't have to, but it's nice. What you do have to do is click the like button or the dislike button. If I'm annoying you, I mean, you could just leave. That would be fine too. But just interact in some way. Say hello if you've never said hello before. I think they play one upon entering regardless if you don't have the ads. Ah, yeah, there might be one at the start. Fine. I get that. And then I could insert one because I've just had a prompt to say insert an ad. People want to see ads. No, they don't. It was a good little skit. Good. I'm glad somebody liked it. The yellow bass is really cool. So that's the mono. The two azules I've coloured up a lot as well in the last couple of days. So everything's cool about it. I just could not be happier. It was the fish thievery just Graham's way of instigating the new Dickhead comment of the week. It wasn't. And in fact, now that you mentioned it, we may as well start with it.
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
There have been none. Everyone's been lovely.
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
So there you go. That was Dickhead comment of the week. Brandon says, quiz better not be weak sauce. Daniel Coleman, happy to see Megatank 2 hasn't caused any problems or as many problems as Megatank 1. No, Megatank 2, touchwood, has been fantastic and is working really well. I've done a few upgrades to Megatank 2 as well. Maybe I should make an update video. I've kind of got an almost auto water change. An easy water change, let's call it that. Yeah, and it settled down in terms of, there was quite a bit of glass cleaning had to go on the first few weeks, but that's settled down now, and it seems to have found its balance. Loads of plants have shot up, loads of plant growth. Runners have gone wild. Growth has grown. Yeah, it's all been really good. They were all just bored out of the little minds in that maker. I think that might be true. They probably were. MD Fish. Oh, is this the guy that did the... No, it was like Mix Fish. That's what it was. Mix Fish. Mix... something. Chris Gain? No. I think, I know he's English, the guy. Yes, he is. Mix Aquatics. Is that what it was? Mix Aquatics. That's the one. Mix Fish. Oh, whatever it is. That one. Yeah, he did that a lot, and it seemed to work well for him, and I did find myself watching some of them, and it's the kind of video you get something from, because these are people who are properly into their fish. So that's where you get these little nuggets of, I didn't think about that, or, oh, that's a really, and they're often quite simple things, that's a really good idea, why, I'm going to start doing that. So I could be that guy that goes out and talks to these people. Although that would require me to try and contact these people, and speaking to people, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this, if you can't tell. Adam, hello. Hello yourself. Mystery Rider, hello. Hello yourself. I got to have it this week. As I was saying, Scottish people don't spend any money. So I'm ruling out the Dickhead comment of the week from people who are clearly trying to get Dickhead comment of the week. So you and Mal and various other people, unless we'll have a proper falling out, I'm going to remove you from the running for DCOTW. Lame. I feel the need to say something extra dickheadish. Well, go for it. Surely there must be... No, the only comment is, there was one of them that came up that went, that looks like trash. And I thought, I've got one. And it turns out they were talking about the Temu filter, and I think they meant that looks like a trash can. And I was like, it does a bit. Fair point. Fishbait said, I did laugh at that comment as well. I was called the Beast from the Chase, which admittedly was funny, but also, F you. If you're not from the UK, we have a quiz show that has, it's called The Chase, where they have like an expert quizzer, and you go up against the chaser, and one of them's called The Beast, and I didn't notice it at the time, but Fishvet does bear a very slight passing resemblance to him. So I don't think that was dickheadish. It was fun. If it was about me, then yeah, that'd have been a dickhead comment of the week. But someone else, that's fine. I promised myself not to do this, but the Beast is a short king. Yes, if you didn't notice from the video, Fishvet is a literal giant. He's enormous. Jim, have I missed the quiz? You have not, Jim. It will be coming up in 11 minutes. In fact, while we're here, and I have remembered, because I often don't do this, where is it? I will give you the link to the quiz. If I can find it. Where are you at? Copy. There you go. I don't think it's a great idea having an antisocial Scotsman visiting people. Yeah, I know. That's what I was worried about. The Beast does USA and Aussie. Alright, so you'll know who the Beast is. Stephen has seen that show. Bruce from Cornwall, hello there. How are we doing? I think Brian, being... yes, I spelt Brian's name wrong on one of my shorts about feeding Brian. I think Brian is hungry, although he loved the pineapple. I've got to admit, it was a small piece of that he's been surviving in for a couple of days now. Yeah, I have been feeding him. We just haven't done any feeding videos. I need to stock up on some interesting foods. I've got some blueberries to try him with. Some people ask me to get strawberries and grapes and try them again with cut ups into smaller pieces. The quiz will be at 9:30, so 9:30 the hour. Rebecca says, I can't stand the chase. My gran used to make me watch it with her and then she'd fall asleep. Fishbed is clearly a giant. He's quite large. I was a bit like, ooh. He's also got some enormous dogs that are very, very floofy, very nice dogs. I hope the dogs don't mind being included in the video. I just thought I had to show them off. The Beast is 59. I'm far younger. There you go. You've got that on him at least. Juggler's in. No point in anyone else playing the quiz then. Uncle Smiley's Aquarium. Look at all these new names. Nice to see you, Uncle Smiley. How are you doing? Your tanks are amazing. They were pretty cool. And I'm glad Graham finally got an... Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. I don't know whether I should do more of that. Anybody want me to come and visit them? Nobody wants that. But yeah, I guess if you have an interesting person you think I should reach out to, or you are an interesting person and think it'd be worth going to see your fish room, tank, shop, whatever it might be, if you know them, tell them to reach out to me or let me know on Discord or something. Maybe I can reach out to them. We'll see how we get on. The chase. Why does the chaser make an entrance for every contestant? I don't really watch the chase. I know of the chase. I've never really watched it. I've watched it a few times. I had not noticed that, so I cannot answer. Hans says, did you manage to get the noise down on the air pump? Yes. So, one of my other recent videos was me fiddling with the air pump. I basically played around with what's the word I'm trying to use? Back pressure. So trying to avoid back pressure seems to have got, and it's like 5 decibels, something like that at most. But I think I've got it as good as I can get it, and it's perfectly fine. It's not loud. What I might look into is I've started constructing like a polystyrene box to see if I can enclose it while still having some vents, but the vents facing away from me, so as it can still get lots of air, but most of the noise gets contained within this box, and see if that works. But I've just been too busy to try anything other. But yeah, the way I approached getting the back pressure down was basically just putting all the airlines and having loads of them full on open. So cheers. I've kind of got 5, or is it 7? A 7-gang outlet on the end of the pump, and I've got lines going off of them. So a couple of lines go to that side of the room, a couple of lines go to this side of the room, and then 2 of the lines weren't going out, so it must be 6 then. Were just looped into each other, so they were fine. So I just ran them off to empty valves. So I've ran one to the new rack at the back and run some off to that, and another one just kind of hanging loose with full blast, and then dialing that back to the point where it seemed to get a sweet spot where the noise was at the lowest. So that's kind of how I went. So yeah, it seemed to work. The Lair, not liar, as I first read that. Hello, good evening yourself. Thank you, says Jim, from a cold Exeter. The tanks looked significantly bigger when Graham was dipping the fish out than when Liam was standing next to it talking. Yeah, indeed. Yes, cut them in half. They're tiny but not easily chewable. Okay, I'll try that. Our Fishy family, hello, finally managed to join in. That's glad to have you. Hope you're well. We're about to kick off with the quiz in about 5 minutes. I said I was going to drink my special beer for the quiz, so it might be during or after the quiz. Graham, go help Lou with some water changes. She was having a kid last we heard. She needs some fishy help. Lou. Oh, Lou from... yes, I know who you mean. Yeah, I could reach out to them. We've had her on as a guest before. I haven't spoken to her since, so yeah, we could do that. I think some kind of floating box for air pumps must work, or something that contains it then slowly moves it. Yeah, for air pumps, so I've moved it now. Big old air pumps, I find it dead easy to silence the little ones, you know, like the 1 or 2 gang ones, but the ones that power fish rooms, they're like Brrr! There's 2 ways they make noise. They can either make noise because something's vibrating, so they're on something that's vibrating, and the way to check that is you just hold it in the air, and if it still makes that noise, then it's the air pump itself that's making the noise. It's not it vibrating against anything else. So I've got to the point where I can hold it suspended, and it's making as much noise as it makes. And then if I enclose it, mostly, and like a soundproof box is essentially what I'm trying to do. Again, it'll minimise it a bit, but it's fine. You can probably hear it a little bit here, but it's a lot better than the old one was anyway. People will build a big box like that for air compressors. It should work. Yeah, exactly. It should work for an air pump. It should. That's what I'm going for. Right, where do we go to? Where do we do? I put my air pumps on some of those silicon mats for cooking, and the noise reduced dramatically. Yeah, and that's what I mean about if you hold it suspended, that's the level of noise you're aiming at when it's down on something. So, like using mats, towels, whatever it might be, that'll help achieve that. And then once you've achieved that, all you can then do is try and divert the sound away somewhere else, or fettling with the air output, because that will reduce the back pressure a little bit, which can reduce the noise of the diaphragms and the pumps and the magnets and the components and all the things. In the bag, that was the word I was looking for. Lou from In the Bag. Maybe Brian might like Blueberry Hill. Yes, indeed. Well, I have been trying to match the music to the food, so you'll have to see what we've got on. We've got, like I say, grapes, strawberries, blueberries to do again. Prawns, mussels. I'm always a bit wary about feeding mussels because everyone goes, Thymonese. So I'm not doing it 10 tons of them a day. It's fine. But we've got a few things. Apples. We've done oranges. Done bananas. There's something else I got. Oh, Brussels sprouts. I've been looking for Brussels sprouts, but we're kind of out of the season. Somebody went that they had one that loved Brussels sprouts, so I was going to try that. I thought he was going to bring up the map. Never mind, I'm near Exeter. Jim, just for you. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Saved maps. Live stream viewers. Edit. Add a place. I missed your earlier one, Jim. Let me see if I can find it. Where did you say you were? Can't find it. I'm going to go with near Exeter. I've just shown you all my address on that map now, haven't I? Why have I only got 2 people in the whole of England? I see Mr. G say North Berwick. There you go. Someone else said something. Share something interesting about North Berwick. Blackburn, where all the holes are. There we go. Seemingly, it's not the pump that makes the noise, it's the cavity blah, 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 of the water. There's a word I've never seen before. Cavitation? Is that what you were going for? Formations of bubbles in a liquid? That'll sound like it. Well, that does make a noise, but the pump definitely does make a noise as well. Coop's Bakehouse. Is that the same as Coop's tank? Coop House Tank. As in... What did you say? Surrey. There we go. Right, are we ready for the quiz, people? We've got 19 players in. Just because you can't... Oh, no, don't show my WhatsApp messages. Just because you might not win doesn't mean you shouldn't play and have some fun. I'd say anyone in the top 5 is definitely in with a chance. And just remember... link, please. Link to the quiz. It's all about fun. I'm going to need to move myself because I'm covered by the comments. I was going to give you a hint, but I'm not going to do that now. The questions are what the questions are. In like 5 minutes. Oh wait, I'm nowhere near the top 5. It doesn't matter if you're near the top 5 or not. So, what are you on? Are you even playing? There you go. You're on 1,000 points. Yeah, you'd be doing well to win. But it's just for fun, remember. Just remember Brian won the quiz on Saturday. Well, so you say. I wasn't there for it, so I'll take your word for it. I joined just after the quiz. Juggler, shush! Stop giving away future quiz questions. QR, there you go. See, Lisa? That's what it's called. It's called a QR code. I did drop in, so we were talking about the It's Fishy quiz last Saturday. And I did come in, and the first comment I got was, hello Graham, I won the quiz. Right, stop asking bonus questions, people. It's hard enough for me to come up with questions. I don't need people ruining them before we start. So no one answer that, or answer the Puggle question, because it may well be a question for next week when I run out of things to do. Right, let me get my clean glass. Well, the last few of you are joining. And I'm going to open Shadow Puppet. The Imperial Stout is a blend of 2 different stouts, both aged in Scottish whisky barrels for over a year, then re-fermented on a Scottish raspberry and loads of cacao, hopefully giving the feel and flavour of a Cranachan, can't see it because it's too dark, the king of Scottish desserts. And like the dessert, it's not sweet and has whiskey delights, but it may also get a bit messy with all the raspberries. Here we go. This is number 4 of 600. Definite raspberry notes. Now, oh, that's dark. Oh no, I've poured it into the... I poured it into the dirty glass by accident. But... So what Liam said was, this is a beer to be shared, not to be drunk on your own. But I don't know anyone else in this house that would drink this, so... And for a penny, in fact, let me show you the pour. Look at the colour of that. It's like tar. Oh, it's red. It's got a red. Don't know if you can see that on the end of the can. Kind of looks a bit reddy. That'll be the raspberries. Definitely smells of raspberries, so that's a good start. Now, that is not immediately disgusting. Like many imperial stouts of the past, porters, stouts, never really been a fan. That's interesting. I'm struggling to describe that because it's obviously not fizzy. When it first hits your mouth, it's quite chocolatey. So the first taste you get is chocolate, then raspberry, then stout, which I'm not a fan of, but then it goes back to raspberry again. I'm not getting any whiskey, thankfully, because I don't really like whiskey. I'm a terrible Scotsman. Don't really like whiskey. It's interesting. I think that's... I don't want to damn it with faint praise. I'm saying, oh, it's interesting, which is another way of saying disgusting. It's not disgusting. It's not immediately... but it's... that's a flavour. It's like a snack more than a drink. Does that make sense? I can see why they're drawing
Cheers.
all these parallels with, oh, it's like a dessert, it's like a this. It is a bit. It's not like a... Yeah, it's not like a drink. It is like a pudding. Typical Ouija. Doesn't like whiskey but loves vodka. I don't mind vodka. I don't love it. How can you not? How can anyone mind vodka? It doesn't taste like anything. I like bourbon. I just don't like whiskey. The whiskey just warms the palate. Maybe that is that. There is a little bit of a... A pudding beer. Yeah, I told you. That's interesting, similar to seeing a tragic looking infant and just saying, now that's a baby, because you don't want to be rude. No, I was more than prepared to go, and I did say this to Fish Vet, it's got all the hallmarks of things I don't like. So I generally don't like stouts. I don't mind Guinness. But things like porters and most stouts and things like that, I'm kind of like, and this is definitely the top of those lists. There's something you definitely want to have one of. Is it like a cream liqueur? It is yeah. It has got a little bit of a creaminess to it. Thank you for joining me at Graham's Beer Reviews. It's nice. It's not that nice. It's lovely. Stout beer is gross, like drinking molasses. But then again, at 18, I didn't know I was supposed to mix half stout and half regular beer. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it is for everyone. And yeah, I would not order that. I might now. Like you say, I think a little half-pint glass of that in amongst other beers might be quite nice. But let's go on with the quiz before I fall asleep and this kicks in. Where does it rank in the spreadsheet of beers? I'd need to dig that back up again. I've not looked at that in a while. And of course, the spreadsheet started already. The spreadsheet of beers. The Fish Vet was one of the first contributors to this to try and get me to drink more and varied beers. If you drink it all, we might need an ambulance. Well, don't worry, we'll be fine. Quiz then. Let's get it on the road. We have 28 players apparently. Let's get going. 20 questions. Questions number 10 and 20 are gambling questions. They might be hard, they might be easy. You'll never know. Just because you get lots of questions wrong doesn't mean the quiz is rubbish. Remember that. If you have complaints, go yell it into the wind. Question number 1, fun with flags. Which of these flags is the Jolly Roger? Is it A, the Happy Fumble, B, the Jolly Roger, C, the Giggly Pump, or D, the Amusing Fiddle? What do we think? It's definitely got the thickness that I like in a beer. It makes it a bit chewy. Oh, 1 person went for Happy Fumble, 5 for Jolly Roger, 3 for Giggly Pump, and 19 for Amusing Fiddle. Hard when we can't see all the flags. Is that a complaint about the quiz? Sorry, that's probably my fault. Or maybe you just need a bigger screen. I don't know. Anyway, the correct answer was D, Amusing Fiddle. Now, those of you that chose B, Jolly Roger, you fell for it. But that 1 person who chose A, Happy Fumble, that was the original Jolly Roger, but it was called the Old Roger. That was then bastardized into D by the pirates who started calling it the Jolly Roger. There you go, history lesson. Fastest finger there was Grammy Gourmet. Timbo in second, SJH in third. Question number 2. What is the name of this heroic pup from the 2024 superhero film Deadpool and Wolverine? Is it Deadpooch, Puppool, Dogpool, or Muttpool? Liam says, for what it's worth, Sinister Brew are, in my opinion, one of the top BA stout producers in the UK. They do complex, tasty beers you simply don't get in the mainstream. Complex is a good word. I think that kind of describes it. There's lots going on in each sip. 19 people going with dog pool. 19 people correct. I suppose you had to have seen either the film or the internet in 6 months either side of it being released. Question number 3. Testiculation is another word for the act of blinking, sighing, running, coughing. Testiculation is another word for blinking, sighing, running, coughing. We've got 10 sighers and 14 coughers. The coughers are correct. The Lair moves into first place. Jack Tank in second. Stevie P making an entrance at number 3. Juggler away down at 29. Oh, relying on his earlier quiz wins. Question number 4. Which Canadian actor was once part of a rock duo called Dead Man's Bones? Was it Ryan Gosling, Michael J. Fox, Ryan Reynolds, or Jim Carrey? Oh, the Ryans are popular, as is MJF. It was, in fact, Ryan Gosling. He's part of the indie rock duo Dead Man's Bones. Mona Lee in joint second with The Lair. Jack Tank moving into first. Laurie Carey Day up to 4th. Space Dinosaurs, there's a name. Juggler 0 for 4 so far. It's the early days. Can always come back. Question number 5. Cichla monoculus is more commonly known as, or Chichla monoculus, a red-tailed catfish, a neon tetra, a black diamond stingray, or a peacock bass. Bass. We've got 5 catfish, 2 neon tetras, 2 stingrays, and 20 peacock bass. Because it's peacock bass. It's one of my new fish. Shadow Puppet, this is the drink I'm drinking now. Shadow Puppet was made without E-numbers. Kilograms of raspberries was mashed and chocolate grated by hand by the brewer. Then the beer was left to absorb the happiness for months. Totally vegan. That always reminds me of Henderson's Relish. We have Henderson's Relish in Sheffield. That's basically Worcestershire sauce. But it's vegan because it doesn't use any fish. So they always shout about it, but like it's only when they realise that was a potential avenue for sales. We're vegan friendly. I suspect the concoction of the recipe was nothing to do with the veganism. Anyway, question number 6. What new technique are scientists using to monitor krill population numbers in the sea? A, just roughly guessing. B. Satellite imagery, C. AI-controlled dolphins, or D. Penguin vomit analysis? It's all about that base. Total guess because you just got something. Yeah, well, that is it. Wash your sister sauce. What do they use? You think. One person thinks they just roughly guess. 16 think satellites. 5 think AI dolphins. And 6 go for penguin vomit analysis. Well, I can tell you that all of them were considered and trialled, but what they actually use is satellite imagery. Mona Lee into first place, the Lair in second, and Laurie Carey Day into third. Even though I knew this one, I chose D. Are you just going for answer option D for the rest of the quiz? I have checked, there are some Ds. Question number 7. Originally played by Robin Williams, who plays the genie in the 2019 live-action remake of Aladdin? Is it A. Jamie Foxx, B. Vin Diesel, C. Will Smith, or D. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Who plays the genie in the live-action remake of Aladdin? Will Smith seems to be the answer de jour, but it was in fact Will Smith. One interesting, I'll be the judge of that, aspect of Smith's version of the genie was the decision to have a more grounded human look whenever the story required a more relatable appearance, while still featuring the iconic blue. It was achieved through CGI. Yeah, not interesting. Can you smell what the Rock is wishing? Question number... Scores. Mona Lee still in first. Said it would be short-lived, but no, she's still there. Question number 8. What plural form of Prius did the Toyota company and its customers agree upon in 2011? Was it Prii, Priem, Priuses, or Pri? Prii, Priem, Priuses, Pri. What is the plural of Prius? Anyone? Slanjavar. Cheers. Cheers. We have 8 Priis, 4 Priems, 14 Priuses, and 3 Pri. The answer is Prii. Oh God, we're trusting Prius owners now. We're all doomed. Oh, the Lair takes top spot. Laurie Carey Day into second, and Stevie P into the top 3. Question number 9. Following the death of Pope Francis, what number will the next pope be? 267, 364, 188, or 69? Sorry, that's probably inappropriate. 267, 364, 188, 69. Oh. there have been a lot of popes, so it's not 69, despite what 9 people thought. It was, in fact, 267. Yes, Pope Francis was the 266th pope. You're quite right, Mandy. That's a lot of popes. Right, first gambling question of the evening. Question number 10 coming up. The layer is in first place, Laurie Carriday in second place, Mona Lee in third. So remember, you can risk all your points, none of your points, some of your points, all to do with whatever you want. How lucky do you feel? Here comes your cryptic clue. I ax a lot of questions. I ax a lot of questions. What could this be about? Jugglers gambling 0 points, going all in. Which city is the only place in the world where axolotl is naturally found? Is it Jakarta, Rio de Janeiro, Mexico City, or Manila? Which city is the only place in the world where the axolotl is naturally found? "23 people think it's Mexico City. 2 for Manila, 2 for Jakarta, and 1 for Rio. It is, in fact, Mexico City. The axolotl, a unique type of salamander that retains its larval features into adulthood, is naturally found only in the lake complex in Mexico City. Xochimilco? I don't know how you say that. What's that done? Laurie Carriday moves into first place, closely followed by Stevie P and Grammy Gourmet. Lots of people getting that one right. Salty Matt, Brianna, Coopsnack House, John N and Floody all losing their points. Juggler in 24th place. Got some catching up to do in the last 10 questions. Brian thinks it's a stupid quiz. Let's see if it gets any stupider. Question number 11. What flowers are famous for exhibiting heliotropism, a movement in response to the direction of the sun? Xochimilco. Is it roses, sunflowers, thistles, or orchids? "25 of you think it's sunflowers, 3 of you think it's orchids." That wasn't as hard as it was meant to be. The clue was in the name. It was sunflowers. Top 3 remain unchanged. Brian wants a film quiz. We can do one of them later. Question number 12. Which of these aquatic plants is not an epiphyte? Microsorum terapus, Java fern, Bucephalandra theagreen, Pistia stratoides, horse lettuce, Bulbitis deformis. Which of these is not an epiphyte? Epiphyte. I don't know. 15 going for water lettuce, 15 being correct. You mean rheophyte? None of them are technically. Okay. I probably just don't understand what an epiphyte is. I went with the ones that were under the epiphyte column in the plant list. Why are they not epiphytes? I thought epiphyte, doesn't that just mean something you attach or doesn't grow in the soil, grows attached to something? No? It's time for me to learn something, I guess. Anyway, the answer is water lettuce. Stevie P, despite his protestations, still got it right. And Mandy says, nerds! Epiphytes grow on other plants, not just any old surface. Ah, okay. So what is that? Are they exclusive? Only grow on other plants? So something that would grow on any old surface and a plant? Right, okay, I see where you're going with that. Something to do with the rhizome. Yeah, that's kind of that's where I'm pitching my knowledge at. The hobby calls things what they call them, and there's no changing it. Okay, I'm happy to go with that. Question 13. What animal has distinctive orange buck teeth? Is it crocodiles, raccoons, warthogs, or beavers? What animal has distinctive orange buck teeth? Two warthogs, 25 beavers. I don't know where I was going with that. The beavers have it. The top remains unchanged. Question number 14. What word is used for a group of people who walk past a location or scene? Is it passerbys, passerbyers, passersby, or passerbyans? One for all the dyslexics out there. Is it passerbys, passerbyers, passersby, or passerbyans? I wrote this question. It made me scratch my head for a long time, so God knows what you lot think. But you have gone for 10 think it's passerbys, 2 think it's passerbyers, 15 think it's passersby. Nobody thought it was passerbyans. It's passersby. Well done, 15 people. One person walking past a fixed point is a passerby, but several are known as passersby, as there are several passers going by. There you go. Rebecca missed that one, but remains in first place. Stevie P, Galloping Gourmet, Space Dinosaurs got that one right, as did NBW5F. Brianna got it. Mona Lee, The Lair, Zenny, Trebblecox, SJH, and Kelvin all got it. Well done, you. Okay, move on. Who cares? Question 15. Which iconic British band originally included the drummer Pete Best? Was it the Kinks, the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, or the Who? I might get a t-shirt made up with that one, Brian. Okay, move on. Who cares? I don't know whether you were talking about me or the rhizome discussion. Either's equally funny. Who was the... What band was Pete Best the drummer for? 3 Kinks, 3 Rolling Stones, 8 Who's, and 12 correct people. It was the Beatles. Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles, a position he held from 1960 until 1962 when he was replaced by Ringo Starr. What a decision that was be to leave. Rebecca got that one wrong as well, but still remains in first place. Only a 38-point buffer though over Stevie P. Where's Juggler at? He's up to 14th. He's making a storming return. Smelly Emmy only on 500. They're going to need to solidify that top 10 position. No way he was the Who. No, he wasn't. The Who had the same drummer all the way through until he died. No idea. The Beatles have a famous drummer. They do. Ringo Starr. Think Thomas the Tank Engine. Nothing else. Got mixed up with Townsend. He was a guitarist. Who was the drummer? It was Keith Moon was the drummer for The Who, wasn't he? Keith Moon, that's right. Coop's Bakehouse. Are you having a good time, Great? I am. I'm loving it. This is question number 16. What L number might more commonly be known as a blue phantom pleco? Keith Moon is the Stones. No, he's not. I'm going to check. Keith Moon was the Who. What L number might be more commonly known as a blue phantom pleco? We've got 6 46s, 10 128s, 1 199s, and 5 333s. The answer is, of course, L128. Charlie Watts was the Stones. Yes, he was. All the way through as well, until he died. Are they still touring, the Stones? Slanjavar. Cheers. The Who's drummer is Ringo. He is, because they just had a big falling out, didn't they? They've got back together though. They've fallen back in again. Right, let's see if Laurie Carey Day got this one correct. Whew. She did. The top 3 all got this one right. Well done. Question number 17. Which of these Native American leaders was a performer in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show? Was it Geronimo? Sorry. Gosh, my eyes have gone all funny. Cochise, Crazy Horse, or Sitting Bull? JT's showing up. Hello, hello. Hello yourself. You've kind of missed most of the quiz, but thanks for joining us. Was a bit busy getting the Tesla all set up and ready to drive. If you haven't heard, Jack's got himself a Tesla. Sitting Bull seems to be the most popular answer, and it is the most popular answer. correct. Rebecca gets it. Stevie P and Galloping Gourmet miss it. Question 18. Buda and Pest were once two separate Hungarian cities alongside the what river? The Rhone, the Danube, the Rhine, or the Seine? Why did Jack get a Tesla? I'm assuming because it was cheap, because nobody wants a Tesla these days. Live answers. 16 going for Danube. And they are correct. It is indeed. Question number 19. The penultimate question of the evening, nay, the month. What is this Scottish Gaelic term meaning water of life? It's the origin of the word vodka, brandy, whiskey, or beer. Isga Brea or Isga Ba is the Scottish Gaelic term for water of life. What is the origin? Most people going for whiskey. Racists. Correct, racists. It is indeed whiskey. Right, everyone stop picking on Jack. I was only kidding about his rubbish car choice. When I was 18, I wish I had a car that was technically as cool as a Tesla. Surely insurance on a Tesla must be ridiculous. I don't mean because people will be trying to firebomb you, because it can go quite fast. I assume you've gone for a Model 3. I think we can all agree Elon Musk is a tosser. Jack isn't. He just happens to bought a car made by a company owned by a tosser. I would have loved to have a Tesla at one point, just for, I think, if you're going to have an electric, well, not anymore. Maybe a couple of years ago, if you were going to have an electric car, the Tesla was the electric car to have, because they had the infrastructure, they had everything set up. Now there's loads of different options. But Teslas were groundbreaking. They were different. They were the thing that brought it into the mainstream, I think. But now there are so much more better options, but they won't be as cheap as a Tesla Model 3 will be these days. I almost got one from work, but it was only because it was on the car salary sacrifice scheme, and it was the same price as like a 1.4 diesel Golf. What would I rather have? Oh. Anyway, this isn't Graham Reviews Cars, and everyone be nice to Jack. Final question. Are we ready, everybody? Juggler's got some catching up to do. There's a snake in my boot. Who do all the toys originally belong to in the Toy Story movie franchise? Is it Jack, Tony, Alex, or Andy? feel for the poor bugger who went with Jack, but it is indeed Andy. What's that done then? Galloping Gourmet is in third place. In second place we have Stevie P, and your winner tonight, Laurie Carey Day. Congratulations. Now, where did Juggler finish? I don't see him, so he must have made a crawl or had a horrific fall. He's in 10th. Oh, be interesting. Right, let's do it. Live spreadsheeting. Here we go. Everybody's favourite. Delete that. Copy that. Move that. Week 4. Your April winner is Zanny McGinger. She has pinched. Wow. 14 points. Deserved another air horn, I think. Wow. That was close. Is that the closest we've ever been? Zenny's taking it 14 points over Juggler, and then a couple of thousand away to third place. SGH, Error 404. John N makes a late entry into the top 10. Coopstank House, Texas Tom, Stephen P, Brian in 9th place, and Gurami Gourmet makes up 10th. Wow. So let's just double check. So Zenny got 2,517. Juggler got 1,900. That seems right, yeah. Juggler 2. Yep, 11,302. And Zenny got 11,316. It's official. You've done it. Sometime in early 2027, you'll get another box of shit. Once more for Zenny McGinger. Well done, well done, and well done. I think we should all have cams on to see the real person is actually playing the quiz. We could do, yeah. I don't know how we would show that. So, well done to Rebecca and Mandy. It's been ladies' night tonight. The quizzers have dominated. And just checking back for all the moaning about the quiz being rubbish and how it's... Mark II RS 2000, best car ever. Don't know about that. I don't need a black box now to get insurance below £600, and that's nothing. Yeah, I'm surprised, Jack, you can get insurance for a Tesla, because I thought that would have been ridiculously expensive for someone who's only been driving a couple of years. And as much as I jest about your Tesla, it's a fancy car to have as one of your first cars, if not your first car. Weren't you looking at a Skoda? It's quite a leap to go from a Skoda to a Tesla. So some would say it's a wise investment because they're never going to be cheaper than they are now. And I'm not anti-electric. I have an electric. Well, I have a hybrid. I have a Golf GTE, which is the electric version of the Golf GTI, which is the best of both worlds because it has a petrol engine as well. So It's all good. My first car was a 1992 Chevy S10. See, as a Scottish man, I don't know what that is. Like a pickup. Right, we have one more quiz for your quizzing delectations later tonight. We'll probably do that in about 10 minutes or so. That's the Eliminator, where you have 10 questions. If you get all 10 right, you get a prize, maybe. Until then, we've done Dickhead Comment of the Week, so you've missed that. We've done Graham Fawns over his new fish, all being amazing. I'm working my way through ridiculously strong beer. It's a bit hard work, I must say. A whole pint of this is tough. It's nice, but it's like, you know when you get a really rich pudding and you're like, ooh, this is delicious, and then like 8 spoons in, you're like, whew. It's one of them. But just for you guys, I will persevere. My first car was a Nova GTE. It lasted 16 hours before I wrapped it around a lamppost. So yeah, I wanted a Nova SR was going to be my first car, but I couldn't find one because that was the one that I could just afford the insurance on. I couldn't afford the insurance on the GTE. The GTE had the 2-litre engine, didn't it? Or the 1.8, was it? It's... but I ended up getting a Citroen ZX. As you do. Brian's first car was a Mark II Escort 1600 Sport. Nice. Lisa saying, hey, the Discord hack was a bit of a crack this week. Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that. Let me turn on the... Join Discord and get solicited by me in the middle of the night. Where's it gone? Slanjavar. Cheers. If you want, you can join us on Discord and have discussions like this all through the week. But this week, we were hacked on Discord. We were hacked. I was hacked on Discord this week. I stupidly, as someone who has a level of cybersecurity responsibility in my proper job, I had stupidly used the same password on multiple things, and one of the things I used my password on got hacked and got out there, and they used that to hack my Discord. So everyone who was a member of the Discord server got a message from me on, what was it, Monday night, something like that, Sunday night, saying that I had something along the lines of, I found horny e-boys in your area, click this to join in. It's a bit like, huh? So I apologise if you're one of those people. I think I've deleted all the messages and we sorted it out. I've added my 2-factor authentication. But yes, it was my own fault, that one. So I've had a spate of hackings recently. This was the first one that was my fault. The other one, my Facebook got hacked a couple of times. That was because of Instagram and their stupid policies, where if you link a business Facebook page to an Instagram page, anybody can connect to it. They've patched it now, so it's fine. But at the time, I was a bit like, ugh. So yeah, I've been done a couple of times. So the lesson learned here is, if there's any kind of public service announcement to make, don't use the same password in multiple places, because you cannot trust any place to retain your password details safely for any amount of time. So use different passwords all over the place. Second point, if any of the services that you use have the option to turn on two-factor authentication. That's usually where you will have one will be a so two-factor tends to be something you know and something you have. So if it'll be a password, will be the thing you know, and something you have might be your phone, your authenticator app on your phone, or an SMS text message, or whatever it is. Turn that feature on if you have that as an available option. And third, it's not that important these days, but use like a proper password that can't be done by brute force attack. So if you use like Google's password generator or whatever the Microsoft alternative is, where they suggest strong passwords to use, go with it. Use a password manager, do all those things. It's all good, safe stuff to do, which is fine for me to tell you to do and then not do myself. So I do feel like a little bit of a diddy. It's a proper novice mistake. It's a proper... Yeah, if one of my users or team had done this, I'd have been giving them the seriously raised eyebrow. You did what? Was your password as well? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it is one of those things. So, one, sorry if I tried to solicit you with whatever an e-boy is. I'm still not entirely sure. I don't know what they are, but Jack loves them. Mandy thinks it's a low-rate F-boy. What's an F-boy? Is that like a G-boy -2? I don't know. Sorry, I just saw something there it crossed my mind as well. Stephen says, I have Google managing my generated passwords. I'm so screwed if Google decides to be evil. Indeed. That is the worry that... what was it was LastPass, was it? So there's a password thing. Right, get your full sentences out, Graham. So LastPass is a password management service where it will come up with strong passwords for you. It will store them. It will store them securely and all that. And they got hacked. So everybody that used LastPass had all their secure passwords just open to the highest bidder. And then, like 3 months after they got hacked, my company decided to implement LastPass as a mandatory password tool for everyone to use. And you're like, what is wrong with you? So nothing is infallible. So that's why I'm saying you do all the things. Don't just do one of the things. My password is the first 3 letters of the website, then my password. We shouldn't... People will use that kind of thing. An e-boy is a friend with benefits. F-boy is someone training to be a G-man. I don't know these terms. Someone's familiar with electric callboy, it's okay. Hyper was a challenge for me too. None of that means... I don't know what any of that means. Genuinely, I'm not just pretending I've never seen porn. I don't know what that means. And Google used to have something about not being evil. Was it Google or was it Facebook? It was don't be evil. Yeah. Don't be evil. Yeah, Google was their former motto. Was don't be evil. I mean, imagine taking that away. I'd love to be a fly in the wall in that meeting. I think we should remove the don't be evil. Why? I kind of want to be evil. My phone's now talking to me. I think I've said Google too many times. It's now speaking at me. Yeah, can you imagine? Why would you ever need to remove don't be evil? I'm very proud of your finishing this sinister... I've not finished yet. I've got a ways to go. Right. Oh, you quiz maniacs. Let's do one more quiz. Because we love them so much. This is the Eliminator. Nope, that's the wrong one. Scanny thing for Lisa. QR code for everyone else. And link for everyone else. People were probably using evil too vaguely as a reason to get people in trouble. I don't know. YouTube, Electric Callboy. I'm not Googling. This is the other, the penis pens things again. Not on stream yet. No. I'll do this afterwards. In a private browser. We have 12 people in for the Eliminator. This, I'm going to say this now, this is eminently winnable. If we have more than one winner, we're going to do a sudden death, so there can only be one. I reported something on Facebook Reels the other day, feeding a piglet to big fish. They said there was nothing wrong with it. Maybe they now want to jump over the Grand Canyon on a motorbike. Well, that was a joke I heard the other day. It was about it was such a stupid joke, but there was a long preamble about it, about they'd found some archaeological dig site where there was like a river crossing, and they found like the bones of multiple horses. So there was like 4 or 5, 6 horses found in this ditch with loads of wood around them. And the wood was in the form of like a ramp, but there was also wheels and a carriage, and they thought it was medieval Knievel. Are we ready? We've got 18 players for the Eliminator. I think that's unheard of. I don't think we've ever had 18 players for the Eliminator. Let's get to it. Oh, music's come back. Was that wow at my wonderful joke? Wasn't my joke. Question number 1. This is the logo for which technology company? Microsoft, Apple, Samsung, or Sony? $19 going for Microsoft. 19 correct. All you good people are still in. 0 eliminations. Question number 2. What video sharing platform turned 20 years old this week? Was it YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram? Wow, we're losing people. It was YouTube. I just have to find out who we've lost so we can mock them slightly. Grammy Gourmet and the Treblecocks thought it was TikTok. It was not TikTok. Question number 3. What does this common phrase translate to in English? Bon appetit. Is it have fun? It's showtime. Enjoy your meal. Or good luck. Everyone's gone with enjoy your meal. Of course it's enjoy your meal. Question number 4. If a farmer has 86 chickens and all but 6 of them die, how many chickens does the farmer have? 0, 6, 80, or 86? If a farmer has 86 chickens and all of them but 6 die, how many chickens does he have? 2 of you thought it was 80. It's 6, of course. I mean, technically, he still has some dead chickens. It doesn't say whether they have to be alive or not, but inference. So we've got Soren, Zenny, Juggler, Scat, Morley, JT, Brianna, Gasmask, Stevie P, The Lair, Lemoy, and John N left. Question number 5. The Portuguese blank looks like a jellyfish, but is actually a colony of animals called a siphonophore. Is it the Portuguese sea pen, the Portuguese man of war, the Portuguese blob sculpton, or the Portuguese giant tube worm? Portuguese man of war, it is. It's not a jellyfish. Who knew? So we've got Soren, Zenny, Juggler, Scat, Morley, Brianna, Stevie P, The Lair, Lemoy, and John left as we go into question number 6. What famous physicist will be forever known for his white, unkempt hair? Isaac Newton, Stephen Hawking, Albert Einstein, or Max Planck? Everyone going for Albert Einstein. Of course it is. Question 7. What trendy drink made with tapioca pearls is served with a large diameter plastic straw? A Bript, a Hayo, a Paloma, or a Boba? Ooh, losing somebody. It's a Boba. That means going into question 8, we have Zenny, Juggler, Scat, Stephen, The Lair, Lemoy, and John left. Question number 8. Penicillin, discovered by Alexander Fleming in 1928, is what type of medicine? Analgesic, antibiotic, antiseptic, or hormone replacement? Antibiotic. Told you it was easy. Everyone's still in. Penultimate question. We have 7 people left. What company produced these colourful watches worn by millions of people in the 90s? Was it Swish, Switch, Swatch, Swoosh? These are too easy and it's making me anxious. You were moaning last week they were all too hard. Swish, switch, swatch, swoosh. Six swatches, 1 switch. It is indeed a swatch watch. Zenny, Juggler, Stephen, The Lair, Lemoy, and John. Final question. 6 survivors. Question number 10. What is the name for the metal supports in a fireplace that hold the burning logs? a scoop, an andiron, a fire steel, or a hearth crib? What is the name for the metal supports in a fireplace that hold the burning logs? We have a range of answers. Let's hope for my sake it's a scoop. But one person says andiron, one person says fire steel, and 4 idiots went with hearth crib. It is not hearth crib. The correct answer is andiron. That means we have one winner. Stephen P. Stephen P has won a thing. Congratulations, Stephen. What can we say? You have won a prize. Some kind of virtual or digital prize, maybe, hopefully. Did your prize arrive? Did I send you a prize, Stephen? I hope your prize arrived. Did you get a parcel of tat? I hope you did. That's all I can say. I sent it. I sent tat all over the world this month. Big face. Right. I'm afraid I'm not going to last until 11 o'clock. I really need a pee. So I'm going to leave you for a minute listening to the versions of song that I made for this week's video. Back in a minute. You can watch Gordon in the background while this happens.
Jealous of these amazing tanks. I wish I had fish like this at home. Maybe if I just sneak a couple with me, would anyone know? Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm on a fish relocation mission. Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm on a fish relocation mission. Mega tank has an instant boost. This looks so cool. That's my belief. These fish are freaking awesome. I can put up with being a thief. Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm on a fish relocation mission. Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm on a fish relocation mission. Left alone with the coolest fish, nets, buckets, and water at my fingertips. So jealous of these amazing tanks. I wish I had fish like this at home. Maybe if I just sneak a couple with me, would anyone know? Easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I'm on a fish relocation mission.
Hello, I'm back. Stevie P's prize did arrive. Good, I'm glad. Do I win an e-boy or an e-girl? Well, is that what they are? Fine, I'll send you an e... Would you prefer an e-boy or an e-girl? An e-girl? Brian says, have I not realised yet the UK people are letting the Yanks win, so I have to pay big postage? I called him Gordon. Sorry, Brian. This is about me. It is. Chilled bass and a serial killer in his own tank. Yeah, I probably could put Brian back in and he'd have the big fish to keep him in check, but I don't think we'll do that. Right. We've now reached the stage of the evening where it's disco time. Everyone, get on the dance floor. Shake your funky stuff, etc. So, I'm going to need some themes. I'm going to need some styles. I'm going to need some talking points. And we'll do a bit of live DJ. KZ Tropical says, hello. Hello. Today I bought an African dolphin. What should I feed it? Do you mean you went to Africa, went out into the sea, caught a dolphin, brought it back, stuck it in a fish tank? Or do you mean like one of those cichlid type dolphin ones? I would go with, aren't they quite heavy algae eaters? Am I thinking of the wrong ones? I don't know. Don't trust me. I've had a very strong beer, a not so strong beer. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. African dolphin. Let's look it up. We'll do what we should all do. Just Google it when you don't know. The African dolphin fish, Mormius longostrus. He prefers meaty foods, so brine shrimp, small crustaceans, bloodworms. So, live and frozen foods. So, frozen foods would be good as a staple. If you can get them onto pellets, I always find that's the best thing to do because it's just so much easier to deal with. If you have a fish that will only eat, so live is the worst because they'll only eat live food. That's the worst because that's the most annoying / difficult / least sustainable way to feed a fish. Frozen's fine, but still annoying because you have to dedicate space in your freezer to defrost things, to get them ready. It's just they don't eat everything. What do you do with what's left? So if you can get them onto pellets, that's the best, and there will be some kind of cichlid pellet. So I don't know. It's funny though, my name is Brian and one of my favourite songs is Psycho Killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba 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 ba. Chris Good evening. How we doing? Luli. Hello, Luli. Not seen you in a while. I'm off to see Disturbed in October. Oh. It's one of my favourite songs is Disturbed singing "This is the sound of silence." It's... Love that. My eldest son is turning 18 in a couple of weeks. And for his birthday, he's asked to go to Download with his mum. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. But him and his mum are going to the Download Festival. So he's a big fan of Sleep Token, I think they're called. But yeah, they're going to Download in a couple of weeks. That'll be fun. Are Disturbed on that bill as well? I don't know if they are. I might have just... That's what made me think of it, but I'm not sure. Chris says, any experience with David Lai, Discus Guys? I do have some experience with David Lai. I have had some fantastic fish from David Lai. He is very knowledgeable, knows his stuff, picks his fish individually with great care. Is very precise. Yeah, he definitely knows his stuff discus-wise. A lot of people give him shit because his tanks and stuff, they aren't the cleanest. They look like they're a bit dirty because they have algae. Oh, it's dirty. Discus are fickle. They need perfect... They don't. But yeah, I have a lot of time for David Lai. He knows his stuff. Here goes Graham with his spells. I need you to help me with the spells. What themes? What songs? What lyrics? What do you want? You need to give me some stuff. Brian's too poor to have discus. Get some Waru then. Barockleback. I want harpsichords, mum rock, and everything I do it for sleep. I wonder if mum rock is a... Harpsichords. What was the other one? Mum rock, harpsichords. Everything I do for sleep would be... That's the leaving song, surely. Slanjavar. Cheers. Let's see what that comes up with. As a Simon and Garfunkel fan, I hate that song, even though it is great. But if you ever see the Disturbed version of that, I mean, I'm tempted to just play it because it is so awesome. There's you can always tell good songs if there's lots of vocal coach reacts to videos on YouTube. Sleep Token for the win. I've been listening to a lot of Sleep Token recently to try and get into it, just to see. And I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Yeah, some of it's like, yeah, I can get, yep, I understand, I get this, and some of it I'm a bit like, meh. I think that's now, I'm obviously caught in the transition between, I was going to say between young and old, but I've pretty long since past young. I've caught in the transition between clinging on to my youth and just old. Mum Rock sounds like Thundercats. It's Mum Ra. A bit of hurdy-gurdy. Pull a passage from Wikipedia or like Planet Catfish or something about a particular fish and have them write a song about it to club music. Oh, club styles. Remember like Reeves and Mortimer? In the style of a club singer. That was one of my favourite things. Anyway, here's our first entry of the evening, everyone. Now we have to keep this going for another hour because my wife and my son are still up submitting. He has to submit a paper for his BTEC by midnight tonight. So they'll be doing it until midnight tonight. So I don't want to get involved in it, so I'm staying down here for another hour. So we're doing this for an hour, people. Little face. Everything I do it for sleep.
The stream was long, the waves did crash. Fishy questions, a trivia bash. Stevie P won, but Rebecca too. We swam through hours like the ocean blue. Tuna tales and whale song vibes. Underwater dreams and digital dives. My eyelids heavy, the current's deep. Everything I do it for sleep. For the sea and sand and the dreams that creep. Everything I do it for sleep. Counting fish instead of sheep. Everything I do it for sleep. Stevie P crowned the trivia king, but Rebecca's wind made the ocean sing. Quiz questions swirled like a tide that turns. My mind drifts off where the moonlight burns. Quiz highs and streams, we shared it all. But this tired soul can't hold the call to drift away where silence keeps, to quiet shores where the dreaming leaps. For the sea and sand and the dreams that creep. Everything I do it for sleep. Counting fish instead of sheep. Everything I do it for sleep. The stream was long, the waves did crash. Fishy questions, a trivia bash. Stevie P won, but Rebecca too. We swam through hours like the ocean blue. Tuna tales and whale song vibes. Underwater dreams in digital dives. My eyelids heavy, the current's deep. Everything I do it for sleep. For the sea and sand. Peanuts! Peanuts!
See if he gets it. Here's the harpsichord. I'm beginning to think it can only do the first style that you go for.
Underneath the river's glaze, a story lies in streams. A genus with whiskered ways, born in ancient dreams. Himmelodus swims the deep where shadows softly hum, with mystery upon its face. The current it becomes. Oh, Himmelodus, glide and weave through waters cold and wide. The moon reflects your journey, there's nowhere left to hide. Through murky tales and ripples, where secrets come alive. Oh, Himmelodus, keeper of the depths where we survive.
It's just weird.
Silent moves through gravel beds where silt begins to stir. Your song is of the river's heart and every flowing word. Whisper.
No.
Down in the waters where the fins sway, Himmelodus whiskers find their way, wiggling secrets in the riverbed. They wear no crowns but hold no dread. Tetra swim like George Door shouts, hey! Little sparks on a liquid ballet, small and swift with a flashy gleam, turning streams into a rainbow dream. Soft currents hum beneath the sun. Himmelodus whispers where the rivers run. Mottled spots that tell no lies, living their lives in blue disguise. Oh, the genius knows no fame or shine, yet their whiskered charm is so divine. Beneath the ripples they find their groove, dancing without steps they bring the move. Tetra swim like George does, yells names, little sparks in the playful games, flashing tails where the waters gleam, turning rivers into a lucid dream. Himmelodus hum their quiet tune underneath the silver moon. Unseen treasures in their streams embrace nature's masterpiece in hidden place.
It's almost the same tune.
Down in the waters moves where the fingers sway. Bimbo's whiskers find their
Song description contained artist names e-girls. There's a song, an artist called e-girls. Digital nipples. Ripples. Oh, dear me. That beer is getting to me now. Let's hear what digital nipples sounds like.
In a neon world of screens and dreams, e-boys flash their coded
Hello.
schemes. Girls with keyboards, fast as light, hacking tides in the dead of night. Aquatic streams, they dive so deep, breaking waves, no time for sleep. YouTubers caught in a pixel storm, lines of code, the new reform. Fish tanks glowing, secrets unlocked, a world submerged, the clocks tick tock. Algorithms dance, they set the pace. Digital footprints, there's no trace. Water bends to their command, binary surfers take the stand. Tides of data, a current strong, they're riding waves all night long. Aquatic streams, they dive so deep, breaking waves, no time for sleep. YouTubers caught in a pixel storm, lines of code, the new reform.
Slantivar. Cheers.
Electric rebels, they make their mark. In the shadows, they find the spark. Not for fame, but hidden truth. E-boys and girls, eternal sleuths. Electric rebels, they make their mark. In the shadows, they find the spark. Not for fame, but hidden truth. E-boys and girls, eternal sleuths. Physics glowing, secrets unlocked, a world submerged, the clocks tick tock, algorithms dance.
Then he walks the quiet street at night. Grayman's in the pub till the morning light. The world keeps spinning without a care. Boredom and whiskey hang in the air.
Sounds like Graham's being inappropriate. That's not what I meant.
Tables creak under pints of cheer. Stories get louder when spirits appear. The clocks tick slow like they're stuck in the past. Zenny looks on as the hours drift fast. Slangvar they cry to the room's delight. Raise your glass to the fire that's burning bright. Laughter spills like a waterfall run. Zenny gets bored, but Graham has his fun. Moonlight's falling on a cobblestone maze. Time bends close in these whiskey-soaked days. One man's drunk and another's in thought. They'll never agree, but they both sold what's bought.
Eurovision's on soon. Maybe I could make a late play for an entry.
Slangvar they cry to the room's delight. Raise your glass to the fire that's burning bright. Laughter spills like a waterfall run. Zenny gets bored, but Graham has his fun. Zenny yawns as the clock ticks slow. Boredom creeps, but she won't let it show. Graham lifts another glass high. We're laughing loud under the neon sky. Jack struts in with keys in his hand. Tesla dreams park bold where he stands. The crowd cheers when he hits the lot. Stevie P's winning streak still running hot. A great time or a story untold. When chaos and fun take a spark to the cold. The night's alive in the tales we share. A little while, but we don't really care. Zenny taps a beat on the bar's worn wood. Wishing this night felt as bright as it should. Graham slides a joke that'll never grow old. He's the magnet to the crowd uncontrolled. Jack revs the dreams that hum in his car. Stevie's crown shines like a shooting star. The moonlight flickers
They call him legend of trivia night, but his victories live in candlelight. We can't decide, was it all pretend? Does his glory have a real end? They call him legend of trivia night, but his victories live in candlelight. We can't decide, was it all pretend? Does his glory have a real end? Danny yawns as the clock ticks slow. Boredom creeps, but she won't let it show. Grain lifts another glass high, laughing loud under the neon sky. Jack struts in with keys in his hand. Tesla dreams park bold where he stands. The crowd cheers when he hits the lot. Stevie P's winning streak still running hot. A great time, oh, a story untold. When chaos and fun take a spark to the cold. The night's alive in the tales we share. A little wild, but we don't really care. Zenny taps a beat on the bar's worn wood, wishing this night felt as bright as it should. Graham slides a joke that'll never grow old. He's the magnet to the crowd, uncontrolled. Jack revs the dreams that hum in his car. Stevie's crown shines like a shooting star. The moonlight flickers and so do the smiles. Moments like these stretch endless miles. A great time, oh, a story untold. When chaos and fun take a spark to the cold. The night's alive in the tales we share. A little wild, but we don't really care. Grayman walks into the fish room bright. Tanks glowing green and blue like a neon light. A giant greets him with a smile so wide. Shaking hands with a legend, nothing to hide. Bass are swimming, rocking through the glass. Graham, his eyes sparkling, can't let it pass. Friendly vibes in a room full of scales. Underwater treasures and fishy tales. Gotta visit more, meet the crew. Catch the story, share
are named. Gotta visit more, meet the crew, catch the story, share what's true. Big old tanks and tiny streams, building a world that feeds the dreams. Gotta visit more, meet the crew, catch the story, share what's true. Big old tanks and tiny streams, building a world that feeds the dreams. Grayman walks into the fish room bright. Tanks glowing green and blue like a neon light. A giant greets him with a smile so wide, shaking hands with a legend, nothing to hide. Space are swimming, rocking through the glass. Grayman's eyes sparkling, can't let it pass. Friendly vibes in a room full of scales. Underwater treasures and fishy tales. Gotta visit more, meet the crew, catch the stories, share what's true. Big old tanks and tiny streams, building a world that feeds the dreams. Camera visit or meet the crew, catch the stories, share what's true. Big old tanks and tiny streams, building a world that feeds the dreams. Cameras rolling, capturing gold. Every moment's a story to be told. Loaded the car with fins and fins. A journey of joy is where it begins. New faces calling, new places to go. Fish friends rising like a river's flow. Legends of water, whispers untamed. Worlds come alive when the fish are named. Gotta visit more, meet the crew, catch the story, share what's true. Big old tanks and tiny streams, building a world that feeds the dreams. Brian's standing tall, he's got the crown. Says he's smarter than the rest around. But where's the proof? Where's the crowd?
testing waters like a mad scientist. I'm speaking Latin sounds like I'm casting spells. New corridors, they're all on my list. Where's my ramshorn snail? Wait, what's that smell? I don't need no Rolex on my wrist when I've got an LO46. I have a fish I only see twice a year. It's my flex. I'm an aquarist. Checking filters, fins, and feeding fish. It's my life. I'm an aquarist. 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 Don't tap on the glass. Don't ask what it cost. It's my slice of nature in a glass box. I don't need no Rolex on my wrists when I've got an LO46. I have a fish I only see twice a year. It's my flex. I'm an aquarist. Checking filters, fins, and feeding fish. It's my life. I'm an aquarist. Aquarist. He's our intrepid aquatic adventurer with DIY skills so questionable. Will he get the glass installed or create a makeshift guillotine? Liquid rubber makes mega tank watertight. Health and safety is an oversight. He's a professional idiot. Please don't try this at home, at least not alone. His opus day was a project called Mega Tank. He proudly shared it with the world. Then he shared all the leaks and failures, the failed fixes too. Liquid rubber makes mega tanked watertight. Health and safety is an oversight. He's a professional idiot. Please don't try this at home, at least not alone. With tools in hand and a daring plan, he ventures forth, the hero of the land. When all else fails, gotta have a go. Get started on 2.0. Discus or big fish, you've just got to know this. He loves his finned friends. This is the song's end.
Yeah, all these fools out here telling me how to do the thing I've already done. I already made the video. You want me to make another one? Okay, cool. Do it yourself and show me your video. I didn't think so. I was always gonna brace it. You know you had to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the lights hit. I said it a dozen times. You didn't believe me, but I guess that's fine. But here we are at the water test. Will it hold or will it make a mess? I was always gonna brace it. You know you had to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the lights hit. Why do they always come at me? Asking questions I answered in minute 3. Just watch the video, fool. But hey, a comment is always cool. Did I stutter, man? Or do you just not understand? I was always gonna brace it. You know you have to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the voice hit. Thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to see you. I hope you come back. Let's stay on track. Cause my mega tank is whack. I was always gonna brace it. You know you have to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the voice hit. Why do they always come at me? Asking questions I answered in minute 3. Just watch the video, fool. But hey, a comment is always cool. Did I stutter, man? Or do you just not understand? I was always gonna brace it. You know you have to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the voice hit. Thank you for coming. It was a pleasure to see you. I hope you come back. Let's stay on track. Cause my mega tank is whack. I was always gonna brace it. You know you have to face it. I had to do it in case it had a mega leak. I know you wanna see it, but I could really do without it. Now let the bass hit.
This is a story of love and hate. The comments my subscribers make. Some made with love, some with spite. Most just incomprehensible. You said a lot to say something you could said in less time. All this gave me a headache. You could have a great looking fish room if you got rid of the mishmash tanks and had a wall-to-wall for pitching. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures, whoa. Aquarium adventures, oh. Your plywood is trash, you should watch King of DIY. Liquid rubber is for roofs, not fish tanks. You talk too much, I wish you would explain more. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures, whoa. Aquarium adventures, oh. Actually, Father Fish says, actually, King of DIY says, actually, turns out I don't care. 95% prattle, 5% work. He looks like Shrek, that will never work. Needs more rocks, too many decorations, I don't like it. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures, whoa. Aquarium adventures, oh. Told you it would never work. You're so bald, I can't believe I wasted 12 minutes of my life watching this. Talks too fast, too Scottish. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures, whoa. Aquarium adventures, oh. Aquarium adventures, whoa. Aquarium adventures, oh.
I have some things to say to which I can attest about why it's fish that make the best pets. I don't mean to upset you, but I need you to know it's our aquatic friends that put on the best show. Some say dogs or cats or birds, but they all share a problem, you have to pick up the turds. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. Okay, I admit it, it's hard to snuggle up on the sofa. Just can't do that with the corridoras. But when was the last time your cat's house was so fine you lost track of all time just sitting in front of it, taking it in? Yes, it's fish for the win. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. Our fishy friends help calm our minds, an aquatic world so sublime. Dogs and cats are great, we can agree, but it's all about the ichthyology for me. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. We've got discus and stingrays, puffer fish too. Rivers, lakes, oceans, blue, so much to choose from all over the earth. You don't need to look far to find their worth. You can love other pets as much as you wanna, just don't treat fish like baby left out in the corner. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. 5% prattle, 5% work. He looks like Shrek, that will never work, needs more rocks. Too many decorations, I don't like it. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa! Aquarium adventures. Whoa! Oh, oh, oh. Told you it would never work, you're so bald. I can't believe I wasted 12 minutes of my life watching this. Talks too fast, too Scottish. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa! Aquarium adventures. Oh, 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 oh. When you have to heat a lot of water, the thought can make you wince. Will it just empty my wallet or go wrong and kill my fish? How do you even say higher? Get that controller on the job. How do you even say higher? Get all 800 watts. How do you even say higher? It's explosion proof. It's a big old unit, just one fatal flaw. I wish it wasn't 8-inch and more. How do you even say higher? Get that controller on the job. How do you even say higher? Get all 800 watts. How do you even say higher? It's explosion proof. It's a big old unit, just one fatal flaw. I wish it wasn't 8-inch and orange. How do you even say higher? Get that controller on the job. How do you even say high gear? Get all 800 watts. How do you even say higher? It's explosion proof.
You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. Oh, 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 oh. The lights are low, but the vibe's still high. Clock keeps ticking as the night says goodbye. The room's a ghost of who we used to be, but you're still here clinging stubbornly. The crowd is gone, yeah, the music's died. Empty chairs where the dreamers lie. The shadow's cold, but the air won't bend. This place ain't meant to be the end. You don't have to go home, find another way, but you can stay here at the close of the day. There's a world outside, it's calling your name. Time to move along, it's part of the game. Neon fades like a heartbeat slow. Every story needs a place to go. Your footprints linger like a tale untold, but the road ahead is paved with gold. The night dissolves into whispers of gray. Dreams forgotten, but they'll find their way. And the locks will turn, but the lessons here are yours to learn. You don't have to go home, find another way, but you can stay here at the close of the day. There's a world outside, it's calling your name. Time to move along, it's part of the game. Another way, but you can stay here at the close of the day. There's a world outside, it's calling your name. Time to move along, it's part of the game. Neon lights are calling out tonight. Shadows dance beneath the pale street light. The clock is ticking and the air's too tight. This town whispers, time to take flight. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. The stars are faded and fast, the road is clear. Find your way on the edge of fear. You can't stay here. Footsteps echo down forgotten lanes, chasing dreams that pull like shifting chains. The city hums with unspoken refrains. Wander far, leave behind remains. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. The moon's a compass that will steer. Take a leap into the atmosphere. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. The unknown is shouting your name. Adventures born from untamed flame. Fly away, break every frame. A restless heart will never be the same. You don't have to go home,
but you can't stay here. Now's your chance to disappear. Run free from everything you feel. You can't stay. You can't stay here. Neon lights are calling out tonight. Shadows dance beneath the pale street light. The clock is ticking and the air's too tight. This town whispers, time to take flight. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Can't stay here. You can't stay here. Footsteps echo down forgotten lanes.